Kristi Noem stepped into the spotlight, a federal stage set with tension, scrutiny, and controversy. Yet what gives her the authority to act? The Constitution says it clearly. Time, manner, place, and enforcement of elections lies with the states. Congress can make amendments, adjustments, tweaks, but the executive branch? Not a single line grants that power. And just yesterday, the Trump administration announced the end of the ICE debacle in Minneapolis, a crisis that culminated in the deaths of 2 American citizens. Federal agents acting under Noem's watch. The stakes were deadly, and the implications still simmering. Act 2. Stardom at DHS. Inside the Department of Homeland Security, Noem's ambition intertwined with her principal ally, Corey Lewandowski, Trump's former campaign manager. The Wall Street Journal reported a department in turmoil. Noem, hungry for personal stardom, staged headline-grabbing immigration crackdowns while sidelining rivals and dissenters. Career immigration officials warned flashy, confrontational operations would discredit the department's mission. They were ignored. Polygraph tests, berated senior staff, abrupt firings. One incident? A U.S. Coast Guard pilot lost his job because Noem forgot her blanket on a plane. Her blanket, left behind, fired. Power, ego, and chaos converged, leaving DHS officials wary and disillusioned. Act 3. The federal lawsuit against Arizona. Meanwhile, the Trump Justice Department sued Arizona. Voter registration and election records. Why? The state said it cannot legally hand them over. Arizona became just one battlefield in a war spanning 23 states, all accused of refusing to cooperate. Opponents argued the DOJ was seeking data to bolster Trump's unfounded claims of a stolen 2020 election. Questions loomed. How would personal voter information be used in the future? Who would it protect, and who would it harm? Act 4. Seizing 2020 records. Last week, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, appeared at a Georgia election office, another state Trump claimed he won in 2020. Records were being seized, raising alarms across the country. Election data, ballots, personal information, swept up under the guise of national oversight, yet mired in political tension. Act 5. The SAVE Act and its overreach. The Republican-controlled House, under pressure from Trump, passed the SAVE Act. Aimed at widespread voter fraud that doesn't exist, it would disenfranchise millions. The New York Times reported the bill requires voters to show proof of citizenship not only when registering, but every time they cast a federal ballot. A show-me-your-papers law in a nation built to reject that mentality. Senator Lisa Murkowski called it federal overreach, unlikely to pass the Senate. But Trump, undeterred, proclaimed voter ID would happen whether approved by Congress or not. Proof of citizenship versus reality. The SAVE Act is not voter ID, it's proof of citizenship. Birth certificates, naturalization certificates, passports, or enhanced IDs. Enhanced IDs exist in only 5 states. For millions of Americans, this requirement is impossible. Imagine rural Arizona, tribal communities, 5 6-hour drives to register in person,